It's LeahMarie here with your weekly oracle reading. This week from the deck, The Secret Language of Light. And the info for that deck is going to be in the description box below, along with all the other beautiful information and ways that you can get in touch with me and support the channel and our online shop and all the other goodies that we have available, and including an awesome new class schedule for this month. So please do check us out on Eventbrite as well to see the online and in-person classes that we're offering. And with today's reading, I have been getting that resonance again from people's loved ones, been getting a great response from you guys in terms of liking these medium messages from your departed loved ones. So we're going to see right away. We're going to see what messages your loved ones have for you today, and that one as well. Clearly, they're wanting to communicate because the cards are getting kind of jumpy over here. So kind of keep them contained up on the table here. So with that being said, if you have anything specific that you'd like to communicate to your loved ones about or with, you can hold that intention in your heart. It's going to be our third one there. Just trying to keep it on the table, but going down for it. So with that being said, you get lots of very expansive energy today. So they're definitely wanting to come in and really communicate with you guys. So with that in mind, holding in your heart space the connection, whether you consciously know who you'd like to communicate with, or you're just looking for help or guidance from your loved ones at this time, the messages can be overarching in that way, and there can be more specific things to individuals as well. So it's really going to be different to each of you. Again, always take just what resonates and leave the rest. If this doesn't resonate, please check out my playlist for pick a cards. They are all timeless, and so it might be that you just need to tap into one of the other ones to get a message for yourself right now. So I'm going to begin with card 1 here, and all the timestamps are going to be below. So first card coming out is sensitivity. And we've got this beautiful, these language of light cards are really, really beautiful. So we're getting this rose energy. And I don't know if you can tell here, but there is a mandala behind there, sacred symbol. And there are really, really subtle angel wings in there as well. So I just think that's so beautiful too, coming through, that we are talking with the departed loved ones and they are showing their sort of angelic presence in your life, or their presence from beyond the veil. And the energy that I'm getting with this right away, this sensitivity energy, is that whoever this individual is, and I'm feeling, so I often do point out the numbers as well. So I will, they're giving me the, hey, point out the numbers reminder right now. So with that, the number 15 is on this card. So 15 could be symbolic to this individual. It could also break down to 6 or be 5 or 1 or a combination. So taking those into consideration, and as well as the symbol of the rose. So perhaps the rose was a flower that was important to this individual. It could be someone named Rose, even for some of you, or something in that sort of floral energy or essence. Or it could be somebody that really did just love having flowers in their home, or they grew flowers or had the garden or just had an affinity for that. And so I say this because these are all some of the symbols that they're giving me to give you, to help you know if this is someone for you personally, there is a connection or resonance in that energy. And within that, this individual is here to work with you on your level of sensitivity. So I'm hearing this 2 different ways. I'm hearing they're here to help you become more sensitive to your intuition, to the inner knowing, and to their communication with you. So this individual is with you all the time. It's just, are you sensitive enough to actually acknowledge and feel that? Are you seeing the signs and symbols they're sending you? Are you catching the subtle nuances when perhaps a song plays at just such a time, and it's a song that they either send, or it's a song that maybe triggers a memory of them? So they're just wanting you to really tap into your ability to be more sensitive to their communication. So if this is the first time you're tapping in, part of the way that I work as a medium is to bring these messages to help empower you to communicate with your departed loved ones directly. So I'm relaying messages, and at the same time, they are giving me these messages in such a way that can help you communicate that with them more directly and throughout your life, throughout your days, whenever you need support. And so for you, and they're saying a refinement of your sensitivity, starting to become more aware of your environment, more aware of these little nuances. I just got a flash of seeing a penny on the ground. So coins, sometimes spirits will leave coins on the ground. So you might have a loved one that leaves you pennies, nickels, dimes, something. Pennies was the first one I saw. So I'm just going to say that, but it could be other coins. Again, this is general, right? So they're really saying that they're leaving these little symbols along your path to show you, to give you an awareness that they're with you. So they're helping refine your level of sensitivity in being able to feel them and experience them wherever you are. So then the next level in which they're speaking about sensitivity, so this may or may not go hand in hand with that other part for you, it could be separate for some of you. So this level of sensitivity is all about you feeling like a sensitive soul, you being very sensitive to energies, almost to like the extreme, not necessarily even related to the spirit realm, but to the collective. So you may be an empath. If you're familiar with that term, you might already know that that's someone who feels deeply the feelings of others, the emotions of others. Now, a lot of empaths that I work with and help develop their skill set, they didn't know they were empaths at first. And so they were really feeling this deep level of sensitivity to energy around them, but having no idea that it wasn't always theirs or wasn't necessarily theirs with which to do anything with. They were just literally feeling the emotions and the energies of other people and other people's experiences, because we are all connected, whether we're consciously aware or not. It doesn't make our oneness any less real all the time. And some people, like empaths, feel that oneness on a much deeper level. And so your loved one is coming through today to say, like, if you do find that you're an empath, if you're very sensitive, they want to help work with you to protect you, to help cultivate your ability to block out the energies of others if it's going to in any way hurt, hinder, or bring your energy down. So, it's beautiful for us to feel other people's things. I'm a highly intuitive empath myself, and I feel a lot of other people's energies. And it has taken years for me to cultivate my relationship with that, and knowing that it's okay to put blocks up with other people's energy, to acknowledge, okay, this is what they're experiencing. I feel that. I can release that. This is what I'm feeling. And this is what I need to do for myself to move forward and to function in life. Because there are some empaths that are so sensitive that it can be challenging for them to function in the real world amongst all the energy that's churning out there, especially at times like now, where we are as a collective going through so much change and transformation. So your loved one is coming through because they want to support this process for you. So they want to help show you how to nurture yourself. They're showing me the wings. They want to show you how they can wrap their wings of protection around you, and to really help guide you into understanding how to maneuver through life as a very sensitive individual. So this can also tie into them wanting to help you become more sensitive to their presence, and to also feel safe while doing that. Because sometimes people have a little bit of apprehension about opening up to the spirit world because they've heard stories, or they've heard all these other things, and I get that. And it's very important to feel safe and protected, and to have things that you put in place when you're communicating. And so this particular loved one, really high vibrational energy of love with them, and the desire to help support your sensitivity, to be there to nurture you and to protect you and let you feel that presence of them like around you. Like I keep getting this deep sense of wings around you. And so for you to really just feel that you're safe and protected. So I do feel this is one additional last message with this card is this person is watching over you. They're protecting you. They're guiding you, and they want you to blossom like this rose. They want you to feel and know that you are completely safe to begin to open yourself up more fully to the world and all of the experiences, and that they are here to do this with you every step, every breath through the rest of your days, which they can do so beautifully and profoundly from the other side. So thank you so much for picking card 1. And just for space, we're going to scooch it like that. So we're going to go on to card 2, which is Soulcraft. So with this particular card, it's really this energy of, so Soulcraft, you take this however you're reading it, but the way that I'm feeling your loved one coming through with this, and this is actually feeling a little bit more, so I'm getting kind of a masculine energy with this, really powerful, divine masculine, although there could be some feminine because I am getting a little like goddess warrior with this too. So I'm just saying that because I do like to kind of help you guys determine like who is the individual. So we will also look at the number, which is 10. So either 10 or 1 in this case could be a number significant to this individual. And I'm just getting this sense of like your soul craft, but it's almost like, what are you here to create? And what foundation have you laid to create that? And this individual, whether they were a creator or a crafter, or I'm even getting like a tradesperson, so someone that was really good with their hands, they built things or they put a lot of love into the things that they created in such a way that it was like their soul's craft or the craft of their soul. And so whether they did that as a profession or whether it was something they did as a side hobby or job or something, that's, doesn't really matter. It's more of what it meant to craft from the soul, to create from the soul. And so this individual is really coming through because they want to help you connect with what your soul is here to create. So they can gift you strategies or insights about how to do this for you, because on some level they were a creator or crafter when they were here. They had a skill set and a strategy that they implemented. So even if you're not meant to do the same thing or something similar to what they did, they can share with you the efficient strategy that helped them get to where they were. So I'm seeing this energy of them basically downloading their way of doing it. So giving you this wisdom of like, here's the how to that you can put into whatever it is you're wanting to do. And so really strong, like this golden light is really connecting very strongly with the solar plexus. And that's really where this more masculine energy I feel is coming from. So really looking at helping empower you. So whether you focus on your solar plexus and expanding the golden light like there is here, to help open you up to receiving more wisdom from your soul about what your soul's craft actually is. So each and every one of us came here to do something very specific. And while we might do things kind of like other people, each of us can only truly do things the way we are meant to. And this individual I'm also feeling is here to like support and guide. And I'm getting this image of like a person at like it's almost like a woodworking table or like a bench, like sort of a bench that you would see like where you're fixing things or building things. And this person is standing right next to you and they're giving you this guidance of like, oh, try this way of doing it, or, oh, use this tool, it's better for this. And so I'm getting this sense of them being right beside you, kind of guiding you to the tools and resources that are going to be most efficient to you and your soul's craft. Now, this individual doesn't necessarily even have to know anything about the soul craft that is yours. Like they don't need to be an expert in that role is what they're saying, because they on the spirit plane have access to all of the different tools and resources. So they didn't need to be a specialist in it to know how to help you. In fact, this is how they're able to help you, is because they can actually go find the specialist in the spirit realm that's going to be able to help you in the way that you need help. And they will be the liaison for that information. So this is why, as I mentioned with all these cards, I'm here to help empower you and help you find ways to connect with your loved ones, to communicate more with them directly so that you can cultivate your own personal relationship. So that is what this is calling to. It's like the more that you invite them into what it is you're here to create, like share your dreams with them. Say, this is what I really want to create. Can you find me the ascended master or the other spirit energy that's going to help me bring that here to the physical plane? And then be open to receiving the guidance. Maybe you'll have a class pop up, or you'll have someone mention a place, or, you know, a store or a studio, or just some kind of connection for you that will lead you to the next step of your soul craft and your evolution. And so this guide, this spirit loved one, really wants to help you cultivate and create your craft in the most empowered and beautiful way possible. So I highly recommend communicating with them, sharing what you really want to do, and asking them to do the research on the other side for you and bring you all the cool tips and you know, hacks that they can to help you do better what it is you feel called to do here. So this is this really beautiful empowered energy with this loved one. So thank you so much for picking card 2. Have a great week. So moving on to card 3, we have joy. And with this one, I'm going to bring that card in. So really powerful energy of the golden light. We've got the star element, and we also have the number 27. So 27 could be significant to the individual, could also be the addition of that, which would be 9. And so 9 might be significant, or 72. This one is coming in reversed, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. So again, though, this is kind of, I'm feeling this resonance a little bit to the imagery in card 2, where it's strongly rooted in the gold or the yellow, the solar plexus. So really strong, empowered energy. And yet at the same time, there is, if you notice, there's a heart in the center, and that's the place from which this light is radiating. So this particular loved one is really coming through strongly today. And this one I'm feeling is also, is a gender neutral. So it could be masculine or feminine. I'm not like, and again, because these are general readings, it's going to be take the components that work for you. And I feel like with this one, for some of you, it's going to be masculine. Some of you, it's going to be feminine. So again, just, you know, assign that as you feel. And it's more important, though, that they're saying it's like about connecting with your heart. So they want to help show you how to connect deeper into your heart space to bring more joy into the physical reality. So in this too, like there's just all these beautiful swirling golden colors. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but on the very peripheral, there is some purples and some higher consciousness vibes coming in. And so I'm getting the solar plexus and the root, because the red and the gold are standing out, and then the purple. So solar plexus, root chakra, and third eye. And with this, I'm feeling that they want to show you, like they're doing this, they want to show you how to connect your heart and your third eye, and to help you stay grounded in your communication and expanded in your joy. So I'm getting this sense of they just really want you to acknowledge how much joy there is available for you in this life. So I don't know what their life was like when they were here. I get this sense that on some levels, maybe they tried to, you know, bring more joy into your life or point these things out to you. And perhaps after their passing, it's been very challenging for you to really step into this joy or to cultivate it. You know, the death of loved ones can hit all of us in very different ways. And with this particular one, I'm feeling like there's a certain amount of heart healing and expansion that wants to happen, that they want to help you with. And this calling of like, there's so much joy to be had, even if I'm not here in a body to enjoy this with you. Let me show you all the joy that exists. So it's almost as though what I'm hearing and seeing is like when they transcended their physical form, they realized how much joy they were experiencing, but also how much joy they were actually missing experiencing, as in they transcended and then they were like, oh my gosh, there was all this other joy that I never consciously acknowledged, but it was happening around me all the time. And so they really want you to be able to be set up so much more expanded than they were, because they realized in hindsight there was so much joy they could have been embracing and experiencing and having this more, as we see on this card, fully expanded experience, but they didn't have the awareness of that joy. So they want to sort of open your eyes and your heart and your third eye, like to really help you see the joy that's available to you in all experiences. So even the most, basic or what could come habitual, our movements through our day where we're like, yeah, there's nothing really exciting, same old jazz. I get up, I brush my teeth, go to the bathroom, do all this stuff. They're like, no, no, no. They're like, we can literally show you the joy in everything from the second you wake up and you realize that you're greeting a new day and you get to breathe and you get to have this whole new palette of sunrise and day and sunset and all of these experiences, whether they're with the external, internal, or both worlds. And so I highly recommend communicating with this individual or really just connecting with the energy of joy and asking this loved one to show you all the joy that does exist in each day. So you may even want to choose from this point in the reading on, or even when you go to bed tonight or you wake up in the morning tomorrow, whenever you want to start this, right? So you can choose to say to your loved one or loved ones in general, just pose it out there to any of them, saying, show me all the joy in today. Show me the joy that is actually available to me when my eyes are open and I'm truly seeing from my intuitive center everything that this day has to give to me, everything this day is created for me, because they're really bringing this strong message through that most people are not even aware of a fraction of the beauty and joy available in a day, because they're going through the motions, the patterns, the stories, and they're also perhaps going through so quickly that they're not pausing to actually witness and experience the subtle nuances in each day. And so they're giving you this lesson of kind of, hey, maybe slow down a little bit and communicate with me. Let me show you, let me give you a feeling of the true joy that's available. And so this is also another really great way that you can bond with your departed loved ones, is walking with them and talking with them and realizing that every moment that you see joy in a place where maybe others overlooked it, that's also you connecting with the energy of your loved one, because they are embodying the joy. They are working to bring it to you and to help essentially put a spotlight on it so that you can begin to focus more on the joy, which the more we focus on anything, the more it grows, the more it expands, the more it permeates throughout our entire life. And this is really the energy that they're wanting to bring forth to you at this time. So thank you so much for picking card 3, sending you so much love and light for an absolutely extraordinary week. So take care.